So this morning I was thinking about a conversation that I had with a former manager of mine when I was in my early 20s. Probably like 22, 23, somewhere around there. I'm not that young now, some years ago. She told me, I was first coming out to myself, so it's a process. It takes a while. So I would wear sweatpants to work because it was a comfortable working environment, and a t-shirt and some sneakers, right? So she put me in the office one day and she said, Michelle, you're not going to make it very far in corporate America dressing like that. I was a little upset, but I listened. And she was an overweight woman. She told me, she said, you think it's been easy for me in corporate America as an overweight woman? She said, people interview me over the phone and they have a very positive reaction, and then when they see me in person, they look at me differently. And, at the time I was in my feelings, like you do when you're young. And I was really upset, and I actually left that job probably not even 6 months later, because she was right. They just did not accept what I looked like and how I carried myself at the time. But I kind of changed my dress after that. I kind of made it like a little bit more professional. No sweatpants, of course, but even though everyone else wore sweatpants to work. But the thing that I was very, very proud of myself for doing was not staying in the mindset of defeat. It's like, she's wrong, she's not right, I'ma be something. That little crooked man, like, I'ma do something with myself in corporate America. And so, I've worked for several companies since then, but she was right about one thing. I had to change the way I presented myself. I didn't have to change me. That's the one thing about people that give you constructive criticism. You take the parts that apply and you just leave the rest. So you kind of like keep the meat and spit out the bones. A lot of people, they get offended when you are giving them constructive criticism because they get in their feelings and they get stuck in their feelings. But that's not growth. That's not how you become better. And one of my mentors told me a long time ago, Michelle, your enemies are the ones that are going to make you great. And I never understood that until I started listening to them, the people that always had something negative to say. I didn't internalize it or make it, what they said be the definition of me. But I took their perspective on what they saw in me, and I made myself better. At the same time, it takes a lot of practice to be able to do that, because I failed a lot. Where some of the things that people told me, I was just like, girl, bye, boy, bye. But what I started doing was looking at myself honestly, and that's a lot. That's one thing a lot of people don't do. We just think that we don't have anything to work on. We think that we don't have anything that we can do better at. And when folks bring it to our attention, we get in our feelings. But I'm okay with constructive criticism because it makes you better. It refines you. It's like fire to gold. Of course, that's cliche. You hear that in church all the time. But it's like what an artist does. Your enemies are the artists sometimes, and they take those fine brushes and they paint those lines, and they take those colors and mix them with their opinions and their crassness and harshness. What they meant for bad is actually gonna do you a whole lot of good. So, some years later, I have traveled the world. I have accumulated, umpteen years of management experience. I I've worked for Fortune 500 companies, and now I work for one of the most prestigious companies in the world. So, was she wrong? Nope. I just needed to take what she said, and I needed to apply it to who I am and make myself better. So don't always turn away what people have to say about you that's constructive, especially your enemies. Because, child, I would be nothing without them. I would be nothing without my enemies, without the people that hated on me so bad that they tried to sabotage everything. I've been lied on. I've had somebody to pay people to lie on me. For real? Is it really that deep? Was it worth it? It didn't work. But you gotta listen to people sometimes, especially when it makes you uncomfortable. Because one thing that I've realized about myself, that if it makes me uncomfortable, then it's causing a reaction inside of me of something that I'm not aware of, just like a chemical reaction. You put two things together and you see something happen. Like the other day I was baking, girl, oh boy, I was baking. I put apple cider with baking soda and it fizzed. So when you receive some type of feedback that causes a reaction, there's something inside of you that is reacting to that feedback, and you have to pay attention to that. It's okay. Everybody gets feedback. Everybody needs it. I'm going to need it for the rest of my life. I don't know about you. I've accepted it. I'm okay with that, because we will never be perfect, but we will always strive for perfection. I'm getting happy in my soul because I have conquered what that lady said that I couldn't. I've become what she said I could not become. And that is successful in corporate America. As a black lesbian woman. Come on now. You know, it's all because of God. It's all because you gotta humble yourself. And you gotta listen to folk that you don't want to listen to. That's the one thing that, you know, the women in my family are very strongly opinionated. And they come with opinions and they don't care what you think. And I think I'm like that to a point, but I try to make sure that I say things with, you know, a little bit of, you know, kindness. Jesus. But I guess I'm just used to it as well, because that's how the women are in my family. Very blunt. And yes, I am blunt as well. So, anyway, I hope this helps you. Don't dismiss what they say. Listen to it. Look at yourself, and look at yourself honestly. Don't just be like, oh, I ain't like that. Oh, that's not me. Oh, it could be you. Could be. They ain't saying something for no reason. Okay, that's my morning rant. You guys have a great day. Bye.